Hey guys, I thought I'd come to you and do a quick update what I've been up to. This is something new we just did, and we had these white shelves. We had them actually over in that corner, but it's too much sun for any seedlings. So I tried that system for 2 years. We decided it just doesn't work. We lost more than what we were able to save, and the wind would blow them down. Now in here, this is a little cove that even hurricane force winds moves nothing out here. So we decided to, and it'll get a nice, as you can see, it's getting some really good light. So it gets a good indirect sunlight until these plants need direct sun, which in Florida is never a good thing for a plant, especially babies. So what we did, we took those shelves, we put the longest ones on the bottom, and you see I just have a couple crates supporting them. I paid nothing for any of the supplies to build this shelf. So we yes, those are cat litter buckets. We used to buy our cat litter that way, and we always saved the buckets because we had other purposes for them, whether we were going to grow plants in them, because I have blueberries and some out back, and other things. So what I've done here is layered and they're just these little wire shelves. You can usually pick them up when people throw them out on the curb. Just drive by and scoop them up. They're not going to mind. You're doing them a favor. These were actually at the house when we bought it 12 years ago. So that gives you an idea. They were just excess shelves that were left here. And what we've done is repurposed. We've stacked them with the shelves. Now all my seedlings and my cuttings are in a safe place. Anything from this point on is not safe. And they were all right here by this table. And now my husband can have his saw table back. But we sit here in the shade, and this guy wants to play ball. So we were throwing the ball over all my seedlings. That has been disastrous at times. So I've decided to move everything back here and see how this works. And one of the other benefits is my sliding. This is my bedroom right here. And you see I have this black plastic. It's because I have horrible insomnia, so I blacked out this window because it's such a large area, and it's never been open, so we don't use the door, and it actually will stop anybody trying to break into this door because they'd have to come through this mess. So that's another benefit of this. Now, as you can see, this patio door, we do open it for airflow. That's the screen door there, but as you can see, it's all blocked up as well. Another burglar-proof item. If we have to get out of the house, we do have windows in every room we can get out, or even, as you can see, that's my front door right there. So it's really centrally located on this area of the house. But we do that kind of thing for protection, because unfortunately I live in a great neighborhood, but we still get broken into. We personally have not. My next door neighbor on the other side of me has. So that's one of the benefits of having clutter. I don't know how else to put it. This is my clutter. But this is what I love to do. I can't not do this. Let's put it that way. I don't have a choice. I got to get my hands in the dirt. This was an old oregano from last year. And I'm not sure, but there's something right there. If that's oregano coming up, I'm going to let it come back up into the pot. I've pulled it out of the direct sun. And we're going to baby this a little bit, and for whatever reason, it doesn't matter what I'm growing, I get weeds in my pot. No matter how clean the soil is, I get weeds. These are some sweet potato slips. These might be going up to our off-grid property as an experiment. I'm just going to throw them in the ground because I'm planting a lot of fruit trees. In this container, I don't have it labeled yet, but these are papayas, and there's about 15 seeds in there. I'm just waiting for them to sprout. This is a miracle fruit. These are mulberries. As you can see, oh, they look a little wilted this morning. I had a plastic cover on them, but I thought once they got these leaves, I could take that cover off. I may be wrong. I'm gonna have to put that back on. We're getting ready to go out of town for a week, and I wanted to make sure all my plants were out of the direct sun and they were protected and able to be kept moist while I'm gone about 5 days. So I'm going to put the cover back on that guy. My pomegranates, look at these guys. They have done spectacular. So if you can grow pomegranates in your area, it is so easy. You clean the seeds off, you put them in a pot of moist soil, and I put a baggie over them until they sprouted. And just look at that. It's going to soon be time to transplant these guys into their own pots. And I have more than a few. This is a pomegranate, and this is a pomegranate. They didn't all fit in this pot. So down here I have American persimmons. We're hoping come through. Over here, pigeon peas. Over here, ginger. These are all freshly planted, so I'm hoping they come through. Homestead purple figs. That's probably not the accurate name for them, but it's the name I was given, so that's what I named them. And as you can see, they're nice and green in there. And this is one of those juice jugs that's repurposed. I'm hoping to get 2 or 3 plantings that I can do in these type jugs. In here, again, you can see that green, another fig, and another fig is right there. And these are gooseberries. This is from a seed exchange group, and the guy that runs the group is Sam J. He sent me most of these cuttings you're seeing, and they are doing absolutely wonderful. And all I did was move them out to a shady spot. They were in a sunny window, and I think that may have been a little bit of a problem for them. These are red globe grapes. Up here is pawpaws. I'm hoping they come through. We have lemon and lime trees in here. Malabar spinach. Look at all this. I can only hope we like eating it because they sprouted wonderfully. As you can see down in there, there's my second leaves coming out. I've waited a long time for those second leaves, but they're coming. Then up here is star fruit. This is exciting. Look at that little guy in there. That's my first star fruit I've ever been, well, I never tried them before, at least to grow. I do enjoy eating them occasionally. I put 3 seeds in here, and 1 for sure has taken off, and I won't disturb this pot at all until that seedling is big enough to replant, and at that point the others may sprout. We'll see. Time will tell. This is another yay. This is my goji berries. Look at them. They're doing awesome as well. This is kiwi, and there's some green leaves in there. They're still trying to take off, but here's a good thing. Look how green that tip is. That's a nice viable cutting, and most of these cuttings are fairly new for me. And this is my moringa. Nothing's happening with the moringa yet. They can take a couple weeks from what I understand. This is a dragon fruit, and I have a big one too. This was just one I took apart. This is a ketchter mulberry. I don't know how to really say that. And the buds, oh, there's green. Look, there's green. Yay! This is a different type of mulberry than the other one I have. And this was also a cutting from Sam J, because once he found out I am into mulberries, he's like, hey, I got this one. Would you like one? I'm like, yes. Indian curry. I'm not sure if it died from the winter or if it's in a dormant stage. So we're going to let this go and see what happens. This is last year's passion fruit. I almost gave up on it, but look at this, guys. We got new leaves. Gotta love that. Love a plant that's got some strength for survival. These are the desert rose. Again, a friend gave me the seeds, and I love her desert rose, so I decided to try it. I don't know how they're gonna do. They don't look so good right now, but we have at least 8 in there, I believe, that might make it. These are Amish paste tomatoes. I can tell you, I do not like these plugs. I'm absolutely detesting them. So I'm going to probably not purchase anymore because I don't like how they don't seem to hold moisture very well, and they dry out super fast. Where if I had this in a dish of compost, like I have most of my other plants, they would not dry out in a day or 2. So I may have to transplant these as fragile as they are before I go out of town, just to keep them viable while I'm gone. This, I believe, is what's called a Turk's cap. My granddaughter, we took all our old bikes over and exchanged them for a new bike for her. to include her old little girl bikes, to get her a full adult size bike. And he had these on the property, and she's like, oh, I love that. And him being such a kind soul that he was, he said, take some cuttings. So we took 2 cuttings because I didn't want to be greedy, and I took them 2 small. But look at this. This is almost 2 months later, and I still have greenage on it. So I'm thinking, and it's really, you see that? It's not fragile at all. So I'm thinking this might take. We'll see. My basil died pretty much out for the winter, so I took what green cuttings I could, and I'm trying to get these cuttings to go. So that's my basil. Trying to think what else. Now I do have some mission fig cuttings in a baggie in a dark room in the house because they were very dried out, and we're trying to rehydrate them, if you will, and get them going. And of course I can't leave these out. See these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fruit trees. They are called rootstock, okay? And they are Florida fruit trees, so these are for Florida. They are good from zones 10 up to zones 6 and 7. And I'm in zone 9 and 8. So look at all the growth on these guys. They're wanting to be in the ground. And I'm going to plant them when we get up to camp. This guy's even getting his first green. Now I don't know if I did this wrong. Anybody who knows anything about this, you can tell me whether I did or not. But I had a choice between... Cody, stop. I had a choice between this nice thick limb of a tree or one this thin. See the difference in the size? When I picked up this type of pear, I decided to go with the thicker limb. I don't know if that's good, bad, or indifferent, but I felt this was probably an older tree than this one here. This one I think is a whole year younger. And it also has a really nice height to it, so it's not a short tree at all. And the only reason I picked this, because I was really leery, the other ones had leaves, but they were all small. But I saw this guy right here. When I saw this, I knew this was a viable tree. And then this came out since we brought it home. So I'm pretty excited about that. Basically what I got here is, it's a Kiefer pear. I have a Bartlett pear. Oh, there's a Bartlett pear. I've got, a Belle of Georgia peach. I have Florida King peach. I have a Golden Dorset apple. And then the back one is another peach. I'm going to get some more apples and one more peach. The Sam Houston peach. These peaches will come into season June, August, and September. So we will have peaches almost throughout the summer once these take off and are producing. And that's my goal. That's why I do not plant one variety of anything. Like my mulberries. These mulberry cuttings will put fruit out and then they're done for the year. My goal is to have as many varieties of mulberries as I possibly can. So now with this other variety up here, that increases my chances. Same way with the figs. I have 3 known varieties of figs, because down there, over here, this is my brown turkey fig. At least we think that's what it is. We compared leaves. This was a gift as well. And she's doing awesome. I'm really excited for this fig. And once I figured out that was brown turkey, then it's like I put out a call for other fig cuttings. And then we got this Homestead purple fig, and we got mission figs. So again, it's about variety. The kiwi, we have 1 male kiwi to 2 females, and there's a Monty. Oh, I can't see that very good. Let's see if we can get some of the glare. Anyway, it's a Monty, a golden, and a King's red. One of those are a male. Now there's also one in a local store here called a Hardy kiwi. So I'm thinking about adding that, so I'll have 4 varieties of kiwi. It's about having food and growing variety, so you have food as far through the season as you can, so you don't have to go hunting for food. The star fruit, I'm not sure if there's more than 1 variety, but I'm just excited to have that. The goji berry, I believe, is going to put on fruit once. But I'm also going to be doing the jujubes. And we have the gooseberry. We're going to have blackberries. And chai. Where is my bottle of chai? There is some chai here, guys. It's something totally never heard of it before. Was super excited to be offered cuttings from it. Oh, this is the chai. I'm sorry. I thought that was a fig. It really looks like a fig cutting in there. But it's, I believe this is supposed to be the chai. Well, time will tell. You can see the roots on that. Yeah. So, and chai is another type of berry. So we'll see. Time will tell. As long as it produces food, I don't care what it is. That's how simple it gets. Alright, that's my update for now. I hope you all enjoyed my new setup. It's exciting to have the room to do this. And I'm wondering what I can do when I get up to campus if I find things that I want to propagate up there. Do I take cuttings, bring them home? Or do I propagate them and put them in the shade of the cabin up there? Haven't decided that yet. Time will tell. But that's my garden update for at least what's happening for the garden and the food forest at this point. And hopefully next week I'll have a bunch of videos coming in the week after because I'll be out of town. And we're going to be off grid all week. So excited for that. I can't even tell you how exciting that is for me. But if I can think of anything else, I'll update you on that too. Have a blessed day.